If a ship sinks so fast the crew never even reaches the lifeboats, there's still one device on board that doesn't need a single person to activate it. It works, even if everyone on that ship is unconscious, trapped, or already gone. It's called a hydrostatic release unit, or HRU, and it's one of the smallest, least glamorous pieces of safety equipment on any commercial vessel, which makes it strange that it might be the single most important device in a worst-case scenario. Its job is simple to describe. Automatically release a ship's life raft the moment the vessel sinks, with zero human input required. No crew member has to pull a lever, unlock a cabinet, or even be conscious for it to work. This matters because the assumption behind most safety equipment that someone will be there to use it completely breaks down in the most catastrophic sinking scenarios. If a ship capsizes suddenly, breaks apart, or goes down faster than the crew can react, manually launching life rafts might simply not be possible. The HRU exists specifically for that moment. Every commercial vessel subject to international safety regulations carries at least one, usually several, positioned near each life raft station around the ship. They're small enough to easily overlook most passengers, and even some crew could walk past one without realizing what it does. The mechanism relies on a genuinely elegant piece of physics: hydrostatic pressure, the force water exerts as it presses down with increasing depth. As a ship sinks, the HRU sinks with it, still attached to the life raft storage canister on deck. Inside a sealed housing, the HRU has a diaphragm, a flexible membrane that reacts to that rising water pressure. Once the unit reaches a specific depth, typically somewhere between 1.5 and 4 meters underwater, the pressure becomes strong enough to trigger the release mechanism. A spring-loaded blade snaps forward and cuts through the strap or rope holding the life raft canister in place. Freed from the ship, the canister's own buoyancy carries it upward toward the surface, even as the vessel itself continues sinking beneath it. As it rises, a line called the painter pulls taut, which triggers the raft's automatic inflation system. Compressed gas floods into the raft's chambers, and within moments, a fully inflated life raft is floating on the surface, completely independent of a ship that may already be gone. The entire sequence, from the moment the HRU first senses pressure to a fully inflated raft bobbing on the surface, can happen in well under a minute, fast enough to matter even in a sinking that's unfolding in seconds rather than minutes. There's one more clever detail that solves a problem you might not expect. What stops the inflated raft from simply being dragged back down by the sinking ship it's still tethered to? The painter line connecting the raft to the vessel includes a deliberately engineered weak point called a weak link. It's designed to hold under normal handling, but to snap once the inflated raft's own buoyancy generates enough upward force pulling against it. In effect, the system is built with its own built-in escape clause, strong enough to stay attached long enough to inflate, and weak enough to let go before the sinking ship can pull the raft down with it. The entire sequence depth-triggered release, automatic inflation, and self-separation from the ship happens without a single crew member needing to do anything at all. Engineers describe this kind of system as fail-safe by design. Every step in the chain is built to work correctly by default, using nothing but physics, rather than relying on a human decision at any point in the process. This device isn't an optional extra. It's mandated under SOLAS, the same International Maritime Safety Convention that governs watertight door closure times and structural subdivision requirements on commercial ships. Regulators built this requirement around a hard truth. In the worst sinking scenarios, crew members are sometimes injured, trapped, or unable to reach their assigned stations in time. Without an HRU, a life raft still tightly secured to a sinking ship is effectively useless. It goes down with the vessel, regardless of how good the raft itself is. The HRU is what turns a secured, stowed piece of equipment into something that can save lives on its own, independent of human timing. HRUs also aren't permanent, install-once devices. They carry expiry dates, typically valid for 2 to 3 years, after which they have to be inspected and replaced. because a component this critical can't be allowed to degrade quietly in the elements without anyone noticing until the one moment it's actually needed. The specific depth threshold is also carefully chosen, not arbitrary. Set the trigger too shallow, and rough seas or heavy rain could risk a false activation, releasing a raft when the ship isn't actually sinking at all. Set it too deep, and the device might not activate in time during a genuinely fast sinking. That narrow window, typically just a few meters, represents years of maritime safety engineering distilled into one small mechanical decision. Maritime safety investigators have specifically flagged RU maintenance as an ongoing real-world problem units that are improperly fitted, corroded, or past their expiry date, sitting quietly on deck for years without anyone realizing the one piece of equipment meant to work automatically in an emergency might not work at all. It's a sobering reminder that even a device engineered to require zero human input in a crisis still depends entirely on human diligence long before that crisis ever happens. Regular inspection isn't bureaucratic box checking, it's the only thing standing between a life raft that saves everyone and one that quietly fails at the exact moment it matters most. This is precisely why port state inspectors, the officials who check a ship's safety compliance when it enters certain ports, treat RU condition as a serious red flag. During inspections, a corroded or expired unit isn't a minor paperwork issue. It's a device that might silently fail to do the one job it exists for. Most of the safety equipment on a ship depends on someone being there to use it. This one doesn't. It just waits, silently, pressure building against a small diaphragm, no bigger than a coin, ready to do its job the instant no one else can. It's not a dramatic piece of engineering. There's no alarm, no flashing light, no crew training montage built around it. It just sits there, year after year, doing nothing at all until the one moment when doing something automatically is the only thing that matters.